What's up, everybody? We're back with another message, another video. Thank you to all my new subscribers and future new subscribers. You know we do nothing here without God because everything is spiritually led by God over here. We cover the world from a spiritual and physical aspect to get the raw, real, and uncut answers. So whatever you hear, whatever you see, may you test the spirits, aka take the words back to God in prayer. Make sure that you have this strong and close relationship with God because there are many Decepticons running around in these end times, okay? So just make sure that you always test the spirits. Okay. Um, this is what God is saying today. He's saying to you, he understands what you're going through. He understands people do not understand you when you try to explain things when it comes to him. The world is programmed by the enemy. But those who are not worldly are only going to be able to receive and understand what is really going on out here. Those who can be able to be pulled from the matrix are going to be those who are going to benefit from God's instructions, okay? And if they're not listening to you, God is saying you got to let them go and you've got to move on with God. This is why he tells you not everybody can go with you to where you got to go. Some people just won't they'll refuse to stop doing what they're doing because they're opening up doors of danger to you. So we've got to love from a distance. Listen, I had a story today too where I was trying to explain something to someone about a couple of people about what's coming. Okay. And God okayed me to do that. And so just to see how programmed people are, it's ridiculous, you know. And one of the comments, because it was about the banks, one of the comments was, we have a democracy, so they can be sued if they try to do this and do that. And I just say, well, you don't realize this is not about the physical world. This is about the spiritual world. You can't sue nobody in no spiritual world. This is a part of the plan. See, from a spiritual aspect, the devil wants to control. But people that are controlled in this matrix don't understand that and won't get it. Okay? They won't get it. So, God understands like how you feel. I'm the same way. I care about people and I want what's best for people. So it's not the fact that they're necessarily not believing me or listening to the message. It's more about them being affected by not receiving the message. That's the hardest part about being a chosen and being a messenger. Because you know what's going to happen if someone doesn't listen. They're going to be affected negatively, okay? When God says you cannot feel bad, you have to let go because you can't God didn't make you do what you did. He just told you and you were obedient. You cannot make nobody do something they ain't trying to do, all right? God don't operate that way. If they don't want to accept it, let them learn the hard way. Yeah? God is saying, remember, he told me this too. Remember what Jesus went through. Jesus dealt with religious people. He had to deal with people that didn't believe he was the Messiah, didn't believe nothing about it. Nothing that Jesus did. They didn't want to accept it. Even if it was right in front of their face, they didn't want to accept it. That's how our world is. God will give people signs and they don't want to accept it. They don't want to accept the truth. Because you know what? God kept putting in my head, make sure you raise up a child in a way that they will not depart. And when he says that, raise up a child in a way that they will not depart. If you raise up a child with God, it'll be real hard to depart somebody from God, But if you raise up a child in the worldly ways and, raise them up with all these demonic spirits and stuff, it's going to be really hard to pull them away from that. And they don't want to depart from it. God is also saying for a lot of older people that have been around for a while, he understands that people have experience. But the problem is you don't know more than God. And some people feel like they know because they've been around for so long, they know so much that they don't want to listen, especially to the younger. Well, when it comes to words from God, it's not about the person, it's about God. So you do not know more than God. Or you've got to break that chain of thought, because if you have that, you're going to lose everything you've worked for with what's coming. You know, and that's a big thing that I think for me, I see a lot is people be around in a certain field or in life for so long that they just don't want to listen to and receive God's messages because they think the person is saying this. But it's not a person's message. It is God's words. It's his message and messages to his children and people. Okay? So nobody is more knowledgeable than God. Nobody is better than God. Doesn't matter how old we are. Even younger people, you feel like, oh, I'm younger and I can do what I want. No, you can't. No, you can't. You do what God says you can and cannot do, and you take up everything with God and give God's permission. This is not your life. This is God's. God can take it away from you. But he gives us, because he loves us, he allows us to do and have free will. He don't want to control you. He wants to help you. He wants to work with you. He wants to have a relationship with you because he loves us. Of course, there's going to be rules. Of course, there's going to be rules. Oh, well, get over it. Lawlessness is not the answer. You're going to have things you can and cannot do, things you're going to have to give up. Oh, well. God is our Father, and that's all to it. And obedience is the key to everything. Point blank. Peace and blessings, and I will catch you guys in the next one, okay?
Lucky me, uh-oh. Lucky, lucky, lucky me. I won, got it done. Lucky, lucky, lucky me, uh-oh. Lucky, 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 I won't let the door hit when I leave. I guess that I was born beneath a very lucky star. And in a week or two, I won't remember who you are. Man down, he ran out of luck and now it's my time. Ain't no looking back, I'm on the right track.